Hi, welcome to VapourVeda. Today, we are bringing you a quick overview of our latest blog post powered by NotebookLM.
Vaping. It was supposed to be the safer way out of smoking, right? But for so many of us, it's just become a new kind of trap. So today, we're going to look at why it's so ridiculously hard to quit and explore a natural, more holistic way to finally get free from it. All right, let's get into it.
So this was the big promise, wasn't it? That vaping was this harmless step down from traditional cigarettes. It was sold to us as the modern, clean, tech-savvy choice. But has that promise actually held up?
Yeah, the reality tells a very different story. Just look at the US, where a staggering 27.5% of high school students are now using e-cigarettes. What was supposed to reduce harm has accidentally created a whole new public health crisis, especially for the younger generation. It's not just an alternative anymore, it's a new addiction.
And that gets us to the real question here. If it was just about the nicotine, quitting would be a lot simpler. But it's not. There's something way deeper going on that makes these little devices so incredibly hard to put down.
Because the addiction is so much more than just chemical. I mean, think about it, right? There's the physical hand-to-mouth motion, that specific way you inhale and exhale, the sensory kick you get from the flavor, and of course the whole social part of it. These are powerful, ingrained habits that have almost nothing to do with the nicotine itself.
And this is exactly why the traditional methods so often miss the mark. Things like nicotine patches or gum, they only deal with the chemical side of things. A holistic approach, on the other hand, it looks at the whole picture, the ritual, the psychology, the social triggers, and that physical act itself.
So, if the problem is holistic, the solution has to be too. And you know, the answer might not come from some fancy new lab, but from centuries of traditional wisdom that's focused on the very thing vaping imitates, our breath. Take Thailand, for example. For generations, people there have used something called Yadam. It's this personal aromatherapy inhaler, and it's used for everything from clearing your head to finding focus and restoring a sense of calm. It's a truly time-tested wellness tool.
And this idea of using an intentional inhale for wellness, well, it connects directly to Ayurvedic wisdom. The practice of pranayama, or breath control, is all about using your breath to restore balance and regulate your emotions. It takes that same deep breathing motion of vaping, but flips it, turning it into a tool for healing, not dependency.
But look, this isn't just about tradition and good vibes. This is actually backed by some pretty compelling science. When you put a holistic herbal approach head-to-head with standard methods, the data is, well, it's pretty staggering.
I mean, just look at the difference in how well they work. A 2024 study found that an incredible 73% of people using herbal inhalers were able to quit successfully. For those using standard nicotine replacement, that number was just 34%. That's more than double the success rate. It's a complete game changer.
So why is it so much more effective? Well, remember those behavioral hooks we talked about? Turns out 89% of users said a natural inhaler satisfied that crucial hand-to-mouth ritual. It successfully replaces the physical habit, not just the chemical.
And the impact is almost immediate. Get this, a 68% drop in the intensity of cravings within just the first 7 days. That is a powerful, tangible result that makes this whole journey feel doable right from the very start. And it goes beyond just quitting. This is about healing. Within just 30 days, studies showed a 45% decrease in markers for respiratory inflammation. So you're not just stopping the damage, you are actively helping your body recover.
Okay, so we've covered the why. It's powerful stuff. Now let's get into the how. We can actually break this natural path to freedom down into 5 clear, strategic steps.
This whole journey is built on these 5 pillars. It starts with replacing the physical ritual, then healing your body, and retraining your mind. We're going to highlight a couple of these key steps just to show you how it works in practice.
So, let's look closer at step 1. The key here is that this is not about going cold turkey. It's a gentle, structured transition. For the first 2 weeks, you just swap the vape for a natural inhaler, matching your old habit. Then you start to gradually reduce its use until it becomes a tool for specific high craving moments, and eventually just for general wellness.
Now, after tackling that initial ritual, another critical step is mindfulness, basically rewriting your brain's code. So instead of reaching for a vape when you're stressed, you take 5 minutes for intentional breathing. In a social situation, you could use the inhaler discreetly to feel more grounded. It's all about swapping out that unhealthy coping mechanism for a positive, mindful one.
And this is really the core philosophy. The goal here isn't to find a new crutch. It's about rediscovering your body's own natural ability to find balance and calm. It's a journey back to yourself, powered by practices that actually heal and restore.
Ultimately, it really all comes down to this powerful idea. Every single breath you take is a choice. You can choose one that deepens dependency and causes harm, or you can choose one that actively supports your health and your freedom.
So as we wrap this up, I'll just leave you with this to think about. What is reclaiming your health, reclaiming your natural balance? And what is it worth? What is one single breath of real freedom worth to you?
Enjoyed this? Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next video.